Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Let's Get All That Live. We're going to be continuing Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass this stream. Last week, I began a revisiting adventure of Jimbo. See what's good with him. We got through Homeflower. Yeah, we did the Giant Garden, we did the Wilted Lands, and then we did the spaceship with Gammy, and we just got dropped off in Legato, I do believe. That's where I stopped the broadcast. I would be remiss before we got started, though, and not telling you about an opportunity. If you do not already own this game, you can snag it for just $5. Casey Osme's, not sure how to pronounce his last name. Of all the conversation I've had with him, that was not one thing. Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass, his game, has been included in itch.io's bundle of so many other things. If you bought the bundle earlier, you get all the new stuff as well. And it's in there. This also includes other things like Cook Serve Delicious 2, Mid-Boss. Also includes one of my two favorite role-playing systems in Blades in the Dark. So you can partake in that if you didn't want to buy this game or hadn't gotten around to it for whatever particular reason. There we go. Let's go ahead and get this stuff off your screen. I do have a slideshow running down there in the bottom right corner. I'll be transitioning images every 16 seconds. I've got 30 images in it of stuff we've already seen thus far in the gameplay. Hopefully it will not be too distracting for you. Go and get this party started. All the images are taken from the game files themselves. I extracted them. One other thing I'll go ahead and mention is some shenanigans I did off-stream. I decided that I would edit the game files to add in the monster furniture, and I intend to do that after every session to eventually add all of the monster furniture, so I'm not stealing it on stream, so that you all can see it by the end of our revisit. As I don't think that's going to make for very interesting content if I'm just trying to steal things on screen for an extended period of time. So, I've used my ancient Eldritch lore and put that stuff in the game files. We can't fiddle with our furniture right now, but despite having a complete set of the rustic set, I cannot visit the clubhouse at this time. I could have done this after the Wilted Lands, or even during the Wilted Lands whenever I got all this furniture. I just never went back. It's not that big of a deal. I'm pretty sure the rustic set provides +5 defense. We succeeded without it. Yeah, what's next? I'm going to put the difficulty on easy? Just don't want that hard, Casey. It's okay. He swore to make the game even harder. And I'm looking forward to that. Well, not this game harder, but his next game. He's going to make it harder for me. And I appreciate that. So, Legato. I knew a queen has returned or arrived or whatever, and there's a grand celebration. Let's talk with everyone. Legato's on lockdown. It's time to be happy and celebrate. Trying to keep yourself together. There's an antenna deep inside my brain. Oh my god! Listen up, Jack. Mr. Grouse? Newly opened Legato branch. It's his own adventure. A new property. Becoming a man worthy of your trust is his adventure. Alright. Got a few dollary dues in the bank. Let's go ahead and close our account temporarily. Who knows what kind of purchases I want to make. Drink from the fountain. Miss Robin here, with her new branch. So we got a recorder, an annoying instrument given to beginner musicians so they can annoy their parents. We have hand wraps. We've got tuxedos. We've got crush. Manual. Remember that party members besides Jimmy equip manuals. Jimmy's got imagination. We've got a new set, and we've got increased prices of goodies. It's not that big of a deal. I already stocked up on many things. Not everything, but many things. We'll get over it. Let's go ahead and buy 2 tuxedos. Grimith looks at the rose shirt that he's got on. 2% of that still isn't much, so it's neat, but I'm just going to go ahead and get the extra defense. Gonna buy Crush. Gonna buy some hand wraps. We're gonna buy a recorder. There we go. We've taken care of all the purchases I need to take care of. Cool. Oh, silly Grimith. Forgot about the bee stinger. Oh well. Wasted cash. Ah, load the game! Have to fix everything, the inefficiencies! No, we're just gonna say that was a tip for Miss Robin, because I like her so much. Let's sell it. And that. And that. The old outfits? We'll sell that, we'll keep the rose shirt. It's unique, I gotta keep it. You never know whenever I'll be able to... Stick my head in a fucking blender. An entire nation of musical instruments, it is kind of loud here. Hey, Timothy. Yeah, it is. It would be a lie. It would be a lie. It's not. I'm so glad to see you! Hey. New composition? Awesome. Time stuck that switch in place. We'll have to come back here later. And then over here, we have Mr. Marvelous. Well, if it isn't young Jimmy, what a marvelous surprise. It's his marvelous mansion. It's unfroggy, though. I know a thing. I know. itch.io has a really sweet feature where, like, say you purchase the bundle, then you can go through the pages of that and choose things that you want to add to your library specifically. Like, you'll always have the bundle link, because you bought that, and so you can always go through that anytime, but if you don't want some of those things in your library, because they don't particularly interest you, because, you know, with that many items and still more are being added, it's understandable some of them won't suit your fancy. Or you might already own them on a different platform. But a man has to have a home to come back to. He's barely a man at all. Wait, don't you have a home and smile? I guess you're allowed to have multiple homes. Feel free to look around, but the important thing is that I'm successful. Yeah, Prince of Pork, itch.io has a immense bundle. I mentioned at the start of this broadcast, of which Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass was added to today. How now, Jimmy? Jealousy isn't a good look for you. Ought to work in a little luck, you can be as successful as me one day. Now, our friend there, Mr. Marvelous, is blocking the stairs. He's a jerk. It's okay, no worries. We might be back here. Sorry, ground meat from the meatloaf. Jimmy, how do you feel about this place? One time, Jimmy built a castle out of blocks and Buck kicked it over. The end. Aye. Visitors? Legato Castle isn't open to visitors until after the coronation. You see, the Queen is... The Queen! You've come to take the Queen! Oh, Harbley, why else would strangers visit now of all times? Guess what? The Legato Knights have returned. Yes, each and every one of them. So you don't stand a chance, you better run. Just in case. Sound the alarm! There's so many tunes in this game that are awesome. Casey. Clear musical background. This, right here, is one of the finer ones. I know, this is an alarm, folks. Now we're gonna keep out our low-level goon form. I like being able to see what people have to steal. I like stealing. Don't judge me. I myself am a low-level goon. Queen there in the center. Do I remember how to orient myself around here? Sorta. It doesn't really matter. That guy, by the way, is the one who's actually playing the kickin' tunes. I could actually have ignored this fight. Let's see what's up. These adorable little tea mice. Aww. The whistling kettle that I believe startles me, which is less awe and more aggravating. We can steal some tea, which I believe is restorative, so we don't actually need it. Not quite, Purple Manfly. Not quite. I mean, I guess you are a high-level, low-level goon, so yes. You are correct. I take back everything I said. Why don't we transition into Flower for a little bit? Because there's nothing for me to steal here, so we'll be Flower for this fight. Try to beat up this kettle. Forgot that the music does this. Thanks. Thanks for nullifying my turn, you fucking jackass. Yeah, stop doing that. Let's be Goon again. I guess I will level up Goon for this one, because I want to see if I can steal some tea. Okay, that's a Moxie point restorative, and whenever you steal the mouse's tea, the mouse vanishes. Cool. Gotta remind myself of these things. Ah, yes. Hey, buddy. The specter of death follows me wherever I go. I am haunted by memories of death's icy touch on my shoulder. I know one day I will fall into abyss so deep, I will not be able to claw my way about. No, I'm not gonna shake him. I'm also fairly confident he says the same damn thing. So that's going on. Can't skip this fight. We have another Startle Express over there, which delights me. And me undulating is not gonna help because, like, it's like a group attack. We'll try it, though. Who knows? Grimith's been wrong before. It also might end up provoking him to the extent that he doesn't even use the startle attack because he's so pissed off at Jimmy that he just actually wants to attack him instead. I'm pretty sure that's not how the game mechanics work. But it's nice to think about. Now, I don't like you having prepared for the coming onslaught. It sounds like a counter. Can't remember what everyone's abilities are in this. Just gonna slow you down, and then I'm gonna startle you, so it's irrelevant anyway, but he didn't counter. Howdy. It's just a one of the music tracks for the area. No, it's disembodied eyes. You'll catch the next random encounter while they're still asleep. And then shoe inserts. It's an agility up, right? Sure is. It's not bad. I think I do want it on. There's power in going first. Although Jimmy as Blob will not be going first. Why did I switch to that? I know I needed to get out. What's up? Good, they're asleep. Let's steal that Whistling Kettle's tea. And we'll slap the shit out of it. All out of steam! Oh no! Now you're all out of life. What is this game? This is Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass. This is an RPG Maker game created by Casey Osme. It was released in the summer-fall of 2018. The focus of the game is Jimmy and his dreams and his imagination. You've got the lead character there, Jimmy, who has a class system. He unlocks different forms that you can level up. He can apply he gets different abilities as he unlocks those things that he can use elsewhere at other forms or even just his natural state. He also gets some stat ups. And the other characters that you get in the game have little manuals that you can buy or find to customize their skill layout. We'll be back there later. Each form has a thing that they can do. Revolting Blob provokes encounters. The low-level Goon, which is the one with the jacket, he can shake things and people. The Sunflower can go under the ground. See, I think less mid-boss and more, I guess like in the active map, but I think more of like, you know, like a tactic sort of game where you're allowed to like change classes and like swap on the fly and get different things depending on what class you're in. There's a bunch of different gear that you can buy or find as well, more like find, that customizes what your characters can do in combat or changes how their skills work. Anyway, lost my train of thought there. Let's bully this toot soldier. Big fan of this game. It's one of the favorite series I have done on the channel. It was the best game I tried in 2018. Now, if you're interested, Veerlex, I'm pretty sure that Plastic Allen broadcasted himself playing this game. Just as I know you watch Allen. You might be interested on his take of the game. Well, Grant, you have no excuse now. The game's $5. I'm sure I'm going to be mentioning this a number of times, but earlier today, it was added to itch.io's immense bundle that is ever expanding in size. So for a $5 minimum, you can pick that up. Yeah, well, this time I've stripped away plenty of excuses. You're welcome, Grant. Those trees up there will drop some stuff that will refresh my SP. We have a guaranteed retreat, but I don't see any need to retreat. Let's just beat up this nerd. Game's pretty generous with how it handles encounters. The low-level Goon form, which is the one I'm using, one of the abilities it has is a guaranteed retreat ability that has priority. So if I don't ever want to be in a battle unless it's a boss battle, I can just use that and I have a 100% chance to escape. How far am I into the game? Not particularly far. We've done the opening areas. There's still an immense amount of gameplay left to go. Just a few hours into this. For reference, my completionist playthrough that I did of this game, see, I'm like 3 hours, I played for like 77 hours or so. That's what it had listed on Steam. I know the save was a little bit less than that. But that was exploring the game and then the post-game content on top of that. Hey kid, you better be careful. The alarm's going off. Someone's breaking into the castle. You don't say. I hate monsters! Yep, each form has its own skill set. Or skills. We'll get more forms, so they'll have more skills. And then we'll get more manuals for our other characters, and we'll get other characters, and so we can customize their skill layout. Horrible cat monster escaped from the prison. Nah, we'll skip that fight. If you're a solid enough level for an area, it will allow you to skip fights on occasion. Just pretty nice. That green exclamation mark will appear instead of a red one. Eventually, that'll just be 100% greens. You don't actually... Excuse me. You don't actually have to fight in the place if you don't want to. Let's try stealing that tea. Oh, didn't actually do a normal attack there. Neat. Of course, that tea didn't actually help me because I was already full on Moxie points. Where's the raid button? Non-existent, Westy. Yep, it's not even a functionality. You can't even raid me. I have it turned off. That's my power. What was up here? This is the way to progress. I think there's some treasure down here. Let's have a look. I like treasure. Give me some prizes. Some people. What am I supposed to do? It's almost coronation time. My son released that wild beast in the kitchen. Okay, so it's not treasure, but this is better. Banquet! Ah! A really cool new pet. I like pets. Again, Westy, that showed my commitment to show up to watch you despite not being followed. So we have a red-billed squawker there, a burb. He looks great. He looks wonderful. I don't think there's anything we can grift out of him. No, we'll just beat him up. Come here, bird. Bird is very quick. Bird also has a startle power, a group startle power. Bird is not to be underestimated. Let's transition forms to Blob. Undulate there, and we'll use a magnificent combo. We've got Jimmy in defense mode to take attacks, and then get extra defensive power so he takes reduced damage. While we have Buck here, lay down the offense. Guess I could throw down some Toxic Sludge on the bird. Ooh! Too much damage on Jimbo. Serve that an alarm clock. Kinda concerned that the bird might knock down Jimmy again. There we go, we should be fine. We're gonna put Buck on... I shouldn't do that. I might need him to bring up someone else again or use an item. Or Buck might go down himself. I don't remember the Buck being that damn... I don't remember the bird being that damn powerful. Let's try this strategy. of guarding now. Let him take his turn, and then he might waste his turn. I've used 2 alarm clocks. It's tragic. Bird used his God-given right to go nuts. Now he's even faster, but he had turn priority anyway, so whatever. I didn't put my money back in the yank after I made purchases. I didn't have that much on hand anyway. Alright, Jimmy's on his own. I think our first wipe is going to be to a bird, and not any boss that we had earlier. Nice! What's the story so far? Jimmy's living all nice and peacefully in his imagination, but some great threat has come to threaten Homeflower, steal his family, intimidate him, and we're trying to find and reunite our family members. I'm just amused. That's my current state right now. I'm amused. I'm gonna play this super defensively now. This damn bird is not gonna humiliate me anymore, he said, choosing to believe that was true while secretly fearing that it wouldn't be. Thanks for the startle. Bug just won't get XP from this, I don't think. Or maybe he will. I forget how this game works with that. I'll let the poison drain the bird's life. And we'll use our normal guard because it doesn't cost any Moxie points for me to do. Let's renew that sludge. Hopefully there's not another rampage in my future. Like that. Look at me burning through all these damn resources. It's a good thing they're meant to be used. Startle, you jerk. I don't remember even remotely having this hard of a time with the bird. In the first run, but it's okay. No big deal. Poison's already ongoing. There's no need to renew it now. Just keep guarding. And Chain Starling isn't working on me because I am alert for a long period of time. And that alert status needs to expire before I can be startled again. Right, I will expend every resource need be instead of taking a party wipe. I will not be down by this damn bird. I refuse to lose. That doesn't help. It beats me right at the end after I've used all these items anyway, and I'm like, what the? Alright, Goon, you need to high-five yourself, assuming you're allowed to live and you're not rampaged again. Hooray for enemy cooldowns. One day. The moral of the story is that birds are terrifying. Don't let anyone try to convince you otherwise. That bird exercised its God-given right to go nuts. Well, I didn't need any of those ants in a log and emergency clocks and Choco Colas anyway. Jimmy imagines himself scrambling under the counter. He's been here too long. His neck extends as he opens the pantry door with his beak. The cook walks in right as Jimmy upends the bag of sugar down his waiting throat. "Oh no," the cook says. "Oh no, oh no." But Jimmy is too busy whipping the bag around until it's in tatters. The cook lunges towards Jimmy, but he's already running, and the cook's hands just slice through the thick sugar cloud. Jimmy's running through the halls, upending trays of silvery utensils, banging into passerbys as if he were inside a pinball machine. Soon, he's running towards the exit, the doors sliding open automatically, just narrow enough for his feathers to graze against as he whooshes past. All of a sudden, he's outside. He books it past some parked ambulances, sprinting down the block, his spindly legs full of life. The wind streaming through his feathers makes it feel like he just might take flight. Jimmy can now turn into a red-billed squawker. As a red-billed squawker, Jimmy can charge forward with reckless abandon, giving him the ability to slam at some things and jump over small gaps. So this is a form I came to appreciate later in the first run, because of the nice abilities that it has. Like, hyperactivity, use your God-given right to go nuts. Jimmy's agility is doubled for a turn, but his moxie point usage is also doubled. He also has a wake all sleeping party members 1, a dodge all attacks for 1 turn 1, and an annoying squawk for free that startles a target instead of a group startle. But it's there. That hyperactivity can really help you get turn priority. You know, in initiative. Which is really nice. Anyway, we gotta book it. We're gonna book it back to the healing fountain. I guess I don't get to have a pet now, whatever. But we're out of here. I said, we're out of here. We'll just normally walk. That way I don't have to transition back to this form for clean getaway. They've successfully defended the castle. The bird slew me. Let's dunk Big Brother's head in this fountain here in the bank. We'll buy 10 more ants at a log. We can have up to 10. And we'll buy 3 alarm clocks. Could have also used an emergency exit there, but there was no need. Let's be bird again. I want to use bird. I want to exercise my God-given right to go nuts. What's up? Jimmy feels like a cheetah riding a comet going towards Earth. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Vaccinating is a very important ritual of life. Now I will startle the startler. Behold my power. You are impressed? Not him. Him. Know that a startle didn't hurt Jimmy, because Jimmy had already acted first that turn. Buck has a 25% chance with his normal attacks of getting 2 attacks instead of 1, which is what happened there. There was the God-given right to go nuts. I should stay in that form. Not there. Here. Bird is able to hop across that little gap. We'll catch the next random encounter when we're still asleep, and we got a treble clef. Which is a piece of furniture that we will later put in our clubhouse. Get away from me, encounter. Let's head back outside momentarily. Why are those not there? They're supposed to be there! I wanted some moxie fruit, damn it. Whatever. Let's go. What you got for me? You nerds. There we go. Leveling up Bird will level up Jimmy's agility, which will help him get turn priority. That damn thing. I love it. That switch is there to basically force you to have to get this bird form before progressing. Yeah. Four years of music school for this? Mm-hmm. What? You want me to sound the alarm again? Yes. What you got for me? This nerd. Nice crit, Buck. Let's go. Alright. We're gonna be in low-level goon form for a bit. I mean, you better back off, partner. I'm rolling from the Legato Knights. The Roland. You better run. What? You should run! Alright. We'll get you. Let's see if Roland here has anything to steal, like this loose thread. Oh my goodness, it was a disguise. It was a trick. Low-level goon has now leveled up high enough that I can attach clean getaway. Something like, say, a star ability, and I can always have clean getaway, no matter what form I'm in. Hooray! I can always flee in terror. Without having to swap towards goon form. Impressive. You got by Roland. No surprise there. On guard! Wait, musical instruments aren't made of fabric. You startled Jimmy. So he couldn't steal. Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. Being able to customize Jimmy's skills and his stats depending on what forms you choose to level up. And for your other characters, being able to equip manuals on them. And like their weapons and armor that you put on them too can really change how they act in combat as well. Very nice. Do you have any idea how hard it is to fit into lady's armor? I mean, that's totally natural for me. Okay. Good hits, Buck. Good hits. Profound. Well, I'm just going to tell the real Claire that he said Claire gained weight. My blade will be the silver flash that severs the chains of injustice. It's a little something called improvisation. Oh, yes. To quote one piece of fan art, Jimmy, my power has now become inconfathomable. Speed up this little toot soldier nerd. It's because it makes these... Oh, I thought there was a little landing before I had this, but I guess we're doing this now. That'll be far enough. You've jolly well beaten up enough soldiers. That's my fault for not training them well enough. Legato has relied too heavily on the knights who are paying the price. Hey there. It's true that those soldiers weren't actually members of the Legato Knights. You can see over there a pod from Gamby's spacecraft at the end of last stream. It's the best we can come up with on such short notice. I'm different. I'm the fucking captain. The Queen has finally returned, and I will not let you pass. Here's Windsor. He, with level 2 Toot soldiers, he is a commander type. He buffs his support. We should know. That's great. I don't remember whether it's better for me to try and down him first or try to down his support. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to go after his support first before I go after him. That way he can't buff them. And get them to perform free attacks and everything. There's nothing to steal from them? No. It's blob time for us. I'm going to poison Windsor. And I'm going to try and kick the shit out of this Toot soldier. $95 damage. That wasn't a whole lot. I mean, that was a lot of damage, but it didn't move the bar very much. She's got, what, 400 health? Maybe like 350? Might be worth throwing down a poison on him, but I'm gonna say no to that. I don't want to waste my turn startling either, because I don't have action economy here. That's 3 enemies versus 2. I don't also want to undulate, because Buck has more hit points than Jimmy does, so I'm uncomfortable with that. I just want Jimmy to have more defense. Damn, there went Buck's turn. Now the troops are in offensive stance. Great. Windsor's troops are now ordered to attack, and so they get free turns. He basically changes his turn in for everyone else being allowed to have a turn. I'm gonna try and cram some ants down Buck's throat. We're gonna finish off this damn dude soldier. $103 damage there. Windsor does a little flashy move, which I don't think is a setup for anything. Pretty sure it's just a turn waster for him, which is good for me. Let's speed up this other tube soldier. Startle there doesn't help because Buck doesn't have initiative on the dude soldier. That's okay. Don't need to renew that yet. Let's just do some normal targetings on that guy. Renew the poison. I'm gonna have Jimmy eat another analog. Guess he's not. Nice crit, Buck. I said we're gonna have Jimmy eat an analog. Obviously, the bird gave us more trouble. That bird had a vicious rampage ability. My bird form doesn't have that. Wah. I think Jimmy will be alright. It doesn't matter if the bird's level doesn't matter. Sad. There we go. Now I will be bird. I will have the God-given right to squawk. Eat it, nerd. I know he was alerted anyway. Buck actually has turn priority over Windsor, so he might actually be able to proc the startle out of his normal attacks. It did not work like that. We'll have Jimmy dance. Damn it, it's on cooldown. There we go. Done. Jimmy's now level 10. Buck is now level 10. Well, that's it then. You win. Queen's doomed. Don't give up, Windsor. You're a Legato Knight. They're gone. What the hell am I doing here? Nothing. We have the Queen! We suck. Boy, I don't know why you're dead set on seeing the Queen, but you fought with honor, so I doubt you have any ill intent. It comes down to it, treat her justly, please. Oh... Okay? It's all going wrong. Again. We can't make her happy, then we'll be doomed to repeat the past. How could we stop her if she turned again? I don't know, Harpley. Yeah, you know what? I'll do my best. I'll totally help improve her mood. Hey, Queen is inside. Please treat her with kindness. Of course. Let's save the game. Harpley, I don't feel like writing a song now. Boys? That's Mom, by the way. Boys! I don't like how I'm filled with emotion just by seeing and reading that. It upsets me. They really wanted Mom to be their queen. Made me sing them songs, which, okay, that was pretty awesome. Then I thought, you know, I've never been a queen before, that could be cool. Now I have a butler, some maids, a nice guard. I'm in control of the armed forces. I've had enough of being a queen. They said I'm gonna have to do some big coronation thing. That's way too formal for a hip chick like me. I'm a queen, I can't hang out with my family. Speaking of, where's Lars and your father? Who knows? Guess that just means we have to find them. Jimmy, you did remember to get some Buddy Bee honey. Of course I did, Mom. I didn't eat that. I saved it for my damn cake. Make a special cake for a special boy. Here you go. It's a bee sting cake. Oh. Oh. You may recall, whenever we poked our noses into Jimmy's room at the start of the first stream, some bad things were happening with that closet door. Hey, buddy. Yeah. It's Jonathan Bear, everyone. Grandma got this for us. It's so pricey. I hope we can go on all sorts of fun adventures, Jimmy. You can always count on your old pal, Jonathan. With Jonathan's help, we'll be able to find Lars and your father in no time. Let's get to it. And so then we are automatically walked all the way out here. Uncanny transmission. This is the beginning of the end. The pulsating mass will devour everything. There will be no more hate, or fear, or love. There will only be nothing. Okay. Oh, how embarrassing. Peasant is a bit eccentric. Tried to get him help, but it just seems to be how he is. We let him be. He's harmless, really. Didn't realize you were the queen's son, Jimmy. Please accept my apologies. Oh, she's not really the queen. The real queen, of course, had no longer any children. You do look remarkably like her, though, Miss Helga. Always an opportunity to improve, Westy.
You can even have a different vocal range.
So, people like God are going to go back to their old way of doing things. The pulsating mass. It's part of the title of the game, Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass. Windsor wanted to see you before you head out. He's in the castle courtyard, of course. Get off my screen, Harpley. So, we've now got Helga and Jonathan on the team. Helga is my mom's name. She is pretty and has a pretty singing voice. And then Jonathan Bear. Jonathan Bear lives in a forest with his animal friends. Jonathan Bear is filled with stuffing and can talk. Helga is optimistic. She is resistant to sick, sleep, afraid, and immunodeficiency. Jonathan Bear is supportive. He cares about his friends more than anything that doubles the effects of items. Do you want him to be your item user? Let's go ahead and dunk everyone's heads in the fountain. It's true. Andrew is incredible at hula hooping, but he gets embarrassed easily. Don't have anything to slap on you kids. Keepsake? Put the keepsake on Mom. I don't have any manuals for them, though, at this time. I don't think I'm gonna buy any here. Yeah, I think I'm good. Let's stock up on this stuff, spend my money, instead of putting it in the bank. We'll put the remaining $116 in the bank. We'll reopen our bank account. Yeah, Mom's great. So, I'm pretty sure we can talk to everyone again. Also, Harpley went into this house. I don't understand. We only just moved back to the castle, and these weird, ugly statues were here when we came home. They're so heavy. It's like they're mounted to the floor. There's also this gross, slimy residue over everything. This actually isn't Mr. Marvelous's mansion, after all. You're welcome in my home anytime. Ah, there's the kid. This town sucks. All my toys are lame. Now we're able to go up into this room, and look, there's toys in here! Jimmy, these toys don't belong to you. But Mom's here, so we can't actually open those toy boxes. Damn it, Mom. Keeping the people safe is all in a day's work for a primo #1 soldier like me. Brain's feeling all prickly. Need to sleep it off. We're actually going to head back into the castle, though. We're going to speak with Windsor. Salutations, young Jimmy. Bravely having a queen again has made me wistful of the good old days. They're going on an adventure. If you happen to come across any legato knights, could you please direct them back here? Of course. That's jolly good. I knew you were an honorable young whelp. Stop by and visit from time to time. Maybe I will. Let's head back in. Let's be our God-given right to go nuts. Now, it was convenient for us to be auto-teleported back. Might as well turn the alarm jingle back on as I make our way back up to the Queen's bedchamber. How's the broadcast? It's going alright so far. We'll end up coming back up here later, probably. Sure, let's have a fight. These little adorable teamites. This could have also allowed me to show off the abilities of Helga and Jonathan. So Mom's got mothering, high five, comforting smile, pep talk, and mental clarity. Very much a support character with that. Jonathan has Fungication, High Five, Sunshine, Natural Alarm, and Energize. He has half of his Moxie points to an ally. The T-Mouse ran away! So, we're back here again. I wanted to come all the way up here because there's a mirror up here. The mirror is too foggy to see Jimmy's reflection, but he can't help but feel that his own blurry form is watching him from behind the glass. And that'll be the case for all of our faces that we have. First mirror that we encountered was in Punch Tanaka's tent. And that gave different descriptions depending on who you looked at it at, so something to think about for later. That's it. Now I'm going to walk all the way back down. Sure, let's do it. Mom slapped the hell out of that damn thing for 51 damage. Good work, Mom. Good work, Mom. Don't take shit from Team Ice and Rabbits. Sure. One or two more fights for the road. Then we'll turn the alarm back off and leave this area. Jonathan there with a 44-point crit. So yeah, now the party size is doubled from 2 to 4, which is vastly increasing my power. Not just because, you know, of the attacks or the skills, but the action economy there. I get 4 turns worth of stuff to do. Anyway, it's enough of the alarm. We're good. Let's see if these guards up here have anything new to say. You know, it's not so bad not having a queen. Well, we don't have to try so hard. Queen never returns. I hope she doesn't go nuts again. I'd hate to have to throw her into a mirror. Actually, I don't know how I'd even go about doing that. That wasn't ominous or foreshadowing in the slightest. Alright, we're looking pretty good. Oh yeah, I gotta eat my cake. Grandma's special cake filled with pastry cream and topped with honey glazed almonds. Plus $3 stats. Put that in Jimmy's beak. Nom 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 nom. Alright. We can leave now. Here's our world map. We're going to stop by the clubhouse. We actually have access to this again. And let's put down all of the rustic set. I know I just swapped the position of those two things. Don't talk to me about it. There we go. Again, we could have had this before we left Home Flower, but I just didn't bother. That completes the full rustic set, so everyone gets +5 defense. We have 4 more slots back here, but we can unlock more slots later. Dun dun dun! It'd be hard for me not to say that, so now you know. We don't have any other full set completion, so we're just gonna go for stats. Get a bunch of fucking tables out there. And some extra agility. There we go. The stuff that you set out in your clubhouse benefits everyone in the party. We can always access the bank here. Deposit another $110. And we can also teleport back to Home Flower. So if you missed the first stream, or just unfamiliar with this game, this is Home Flower. Here's the Wilted Lands over here. Giant garden we're walking through. Smile right here. Cloudy Hill. And this area goes with the bird. Well, let's just go ahead and do that. This is our starter opening baby area for babies. The wall has been fixed now. I just want to unlock it. I don't want to go here right now. I just want to note that I can come to question marks. Courtesy of the bird's ability to jump gaps. There's another gap that we could jump in this area, but I think I have to come from the south. As you know, the wall's done now. And we don't have to stop for any of these fights. Because we are big people now. No. Get in, because I'm silly. Let's try that again, Grimith. And ignore these little encounters that pop up, because they are unnecessary. I went and got this up here, right? Oh, yeah, it was a balloon that was up here. We can hop across the gap down here, though, and see this. What could it mean? My god, I remember being baffled by what this could be. In my playthrough of it. I didn't understand what I was looking at. But then I understood what I was looking at. And it made sense. So we'll leave it alone for now. That's all we need to do around here, though. There are some things that we're leaving behind still. That can be for another time. Well, will have to be for another time. What if it is a hole in the ground? Do I want to fuck with the stuff here? Yeah, let's go ahead and come back to Smile. Sure. Jimmy can't wait to see his friends. What's going on at Smile since we've been gone? You know you're not welcome here anymore. I think we need to make a bit more progress before things change further in Smile. That's right, Train. That's right, Train. You tell him. Alright, air conditioner, you're joining us today. No push to talk since I got my hands on the keyboard, so you can enjoy the sweet, soothing tones of air conditioner for a bit. Alongside Train. Now, I've backtracked all the way to this area, because there is something here I left behind. And it's this crack. What kind of fights we got down here? The elder Mr. Asp, the younger Mr. Asp, and grabbing hand. The hand has nothing to steal. We don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So let's just beat him up. Are we ready for this, you ask me as I come down here? You probably already have the answer to my question. Probably. We have double the party size. Oh dear. No. I got suspicious of this area, and so didn't come down here at all. Until I had a full house. It might be confusing because someone else has played this game. Granted, or perhaps I've just forgotten. Because you initially have access to this area, like, after you beat up Punch Tanaka. I'm pretty sure I noticed it, and just, like, I came down here and was like, maybe later. And then, whenever I actually did this, I think I said, may have waited for 2 later. Which is exactly what's happened here, but... you know what? Why be stressed out, right? That's why these enemies are showing up as all green exclamation points. That's why we're having no trouble. This is a number of the optional dungeons in this game that are entirely unnecessary to get through the main quest line. But there is a reward of goodies at the end of them, which might be worth your time and also might not be. And I'm sticking with low-level Goon, just because it ends up being my default form, even though everyone can escape at this point. I like also being able to grift. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. So we can enjoy the spookiness on its own terms. Or something like that. We can enjoy mom slapping snakes. This isn't suspicious. As it gets narrower and narrower and narrower. I wasn't paying attention. I don't think she's gained a level. I can't look at my inventory right now. I'll let you know. I was level 10 after beating up Windsor. So Helga and Jonathan may have come in at level 10. I understand if this might be upsetting some of you, even though I'm treating this pretty casually. The ongoing feeling of horror and the claustrophobia, and the immense cramping there. Anyway, it looks like they came in at their own levels. Mom's 11 and Jonathan's 9. What forms do I want to level up? Revolting Blob is the one I end up using the least. But I want that agility. But we'll stick with Blob. No, it's... well, that's probably fine. You may want to avert your eyes, because I care about you. This is Slither. Yeah, it's Slither, everyone. Slither is, our first optional boss? For our optional dungeon? That's right, Zipzord. I don't remember, Grant. Maybe I did. And, I might have gotten my ass handed to me, and had to say, came back later. It's one of those things where, like, the viewers can remember better details about it than I can. It does sound plausible that I got my ass handed to me when I just had the two, like, Jimmy and Buck right after the Punch Tanaka fight. Because I'm pretty sure I didn't, like, buy any extra supplies after that fight either. So then I came back and crushed it, but I don't know. Anyway, Slither. How's it going? Pretty sure Slither doesn't have anything to steal, so I'm not going to bother flipping over there. Let's throw some Toxic Sludge. We're going to have Buck do a series of normal attacks. Mom's going to do some normal attacks. And Jonathan's going to throw down some Sunshine. With this team of 4 here, I'm able to keep this enemy locked down pretty easily. So, we should be pretty good. Especially with my stat bonuses. We all have turn priority, except Jonathan. Which is pretty nice. And I can probably make it so that even Jonathan has turn priority. Oh, you can take as much time as you want to talk about how awesome and delicious this music is. It was revealed in the Queen Bee fight, but go for it. It's so fucking good. Anyway, yeah, this boss is much more threatening if you're just coming off the Punch Tanaka fight and you've only got Jimmy and Buck. You know, back when we're like level 6 or 7. Oh shit, this is gonna hurt. Oh. Then we win. Because of poison. Woo. Mom wasn't the only one who went down. Everyone I had doing a regular attack there. Counter has turn priority, so that will trigger at the start. It ignores normal initiative. And whenever you do a physical attack against that enemy, unless you kill it or startle it, it gets a triple damage counter back on you. And since I was just, for the most part, just relaxing and chilling through there, you know, that happened. Not that big of a deal. They'll get over it. 'Tis but scratches. So for our trouble, we've got some rad sneakers. We've got a slab of beef. And we've got double-sided coin. So these rad sneakers make you move really fast. A sweet decal of a lightning bolt on the side, so you know you're going to move fast with these. Then you've got a double-sided coin, plus 10% luck. And then we have a slab of beef, which is a piece of furniture. Unsanitary, just plus 4 attack. I would like to return to a safe place, as a matter of fact. It's no big deal. I would have been paying much more attention had I taken that fight early. But that does demonstrate, if you were unfamiliar with it, the dangers of skills and the things they can do. And there are enemies that will shadow that they're about to do something when they waste their turn. The game warns you about this. There's some enemies who take a prep move, but it's just them wasting their turn, like they do something flashy or whatever. And there's other enemies who showcase, like, I'm about to do something big. So you'll typically have some warning, and it's just up to you being fucking attentive. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Let's change this. That's +2 that. I hate to lose it, but whatever. Let's put down the slab of beef for +4 attack. It's unsanitary, but damn it, who cares? Everyone's fully healed. Great. So, I am going to put the Rad Sneakers on Mom, because I want her to always have turn priority before anyone else. And I don't care about her attack, her magic attack being lowered. I always want her to be able to go first. At least at this moment in time. That's that. With that much of agility, I can ensure she will go first. And because she is the support character with heals, her magic attack score doesn't matter, and her attacking doesn't really matter. And we're back here. The unbreakable bridge is still broken. Tragic. Blue Staff River. Let's do it. Phew. It's so warm out. The sun's hitting me just right. But if I sleep here, I wouldn't be able to act in battle for 3 turns. An attack would deal twice the normal damage. We already know this. We've encountered sleeping enemies before. Stay awake forever. Here's another one of the pods. The green goo must have just seeped into the ground. If there was any at all. Dun dun dun. Eesh. Show me your fights. We have the mid-level goon. Tell me about yourself, mid-level goon. He's got some work ethic. Let's steal his work ethic, everyone. Now he takes a break and goes to sleep. And then we wake him up with double damage. This right here is a tab. And you can go into flour to make a telephone appear. Also, while I'm remembering, Jimmy can't get this song out of his head. Should he whistle it? Yes. Open your eyes. Just a dial tone. Ah, gotta be bird. Only birds allowed to hop on musical stones. Okay. Do you folks remember which path I took in the recorded playthrough? Great, it's the kid. Looks like the boss was right. Never doubt the boss. The boss also agreed to work with that dog. Hey, not like he had a choice. We gotta fight this kid or what? Yeah, I've got a score to settle this little runt. Now we gotta stick with the plan. The kid don't look like much, but he's freaky strong. Ain't no shame in him that you got beat up by a child. Some things in life just happen. That's reality. Shut up. You just got lucky. I've been working out since then anyway. Whatever. Just do the plan. Alright, kiddo. We're gonna bring in a special guest this time. Alright, know that a conniving little jerk like you's probably gonna chase us. We already thought of that. I'm gonna catch one of us, but the other two will definitely make it, and then BAM! No way we'll get out of the trap. Our greatest strength is that we're disposable. That's likely. I wanted to follow Dee Dee because she wanted to fight, and so I wanted to go after her. Eventually ended up walking all these paths. Let's follow after Johnny. What you got for me? You got the little teapot. And this mid-level goon. Well, we won't steal the work ethic of the mid-level goon this time. He'll get startled anyway. We'll be back here later for this. Hey, Johnny. Ah! No, it's just you, kid. Why don't you just go on ahead? I think I'll sit this one out after all. You're scared of the dark? In that cave, it's super dark. You know what, Johnny? I don't have an argument. Shake me all you want, you're not getting me in that cave. Let's dance. So we have a bag spider over there. Don't worry about it. True, these mid-level goons, they're tougher than Johnny Knives. Glad he got his knives back. Just so I could take him again. What's going on down here? Presents. It's disembodied eyes. The enemies will be asleep. And there's Butterscotch Train, the music track for this area. Here's your sleeping enemies. They're so cute! Look at them all! They're so snuggling. Oh, so look at them. Look at them. They're cuties. Yeah, huh? Beat up some nerds. $457 damage critical on that sleep. You'd love to see it. I know, that fucking wascally wabbit. There wasn't anything else up there, right? Yeah. We can go back, and I'm pretty sure Dee Dee is standing there, on that stone. Yeah, Applejack, that's what it appears to be. Take this road, I guess, he said. Wondering why he just didn't go straight south? Road not taken, whatever. I'm sure we'll crisscross through all this stuff again, in the future. This must lead back to Big Enormous. He must be on this bridge area somewhere. I guess. Maybe we won't come back crisscrossing through here. Some love, hit points recovered, and there's some spectacles, some spectacles. +5 magic attack? Yeah, we'll put that on him. There's no point giving him extra luck. We'll give that to Mom. Alright. Yeah, there's our little paths. Dee Dee and Big Enormous already made it out. No? No, I like prizes. This toy box is full of shiny rubies. Your bank account has accrued 20% interest. The first time we're seeing that in this run. And a hermit crab shell. About damn time. We got some fucking interest. So this immense shell provides +15 defense, but -10 magic defense. Who's got the worst defense? That's not Jimmy anymore. That's gonna be Mom. Let's put that on her. I can give her the rose shirt for some extra health regen, but no, we'll do that. My Twitch chat apparently just chose to reconnect as I was welcomed back to my own fucking chat room. That's good. Let's fight. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Got anything to steal from me? Huh? Thank you for welcoming me to chat. You do not have anything to steal from me. I know, it's good to be here. Jimmy got put to sleep. Remember the dangers of being asleep? We do have abilities that can wake people up, but it's not a big deal. There's your boy. There he is. There he is. I enjoy him so much. I really do. It's an unreasonable amount. So, I feel like Johnny Knives is the worst person to take out of this. I think Norman would be the best. I believe I mused that in the first run. Dee Dee, of course, is dangerous too, but Johnny Knives is, you know, whatever. Well, kid, here we are again. I tried to warn you, but you shoved your nose in too deep and now the top brass had to get involved. Yeah, I know. I work for a dog. You think I feel ashamed about that? Punch Tanaka doesn't feel shame. The only emotion I'm capable of is total coolness. Besides, it's a talking dog. That's pretty impressive all on its own, and you haven't even seen what it's capable of. Lucky for you, you never will. Hey, where's Johnny? Who cares? He's useless anyway. One time my jacket ripped and Johnny sewed it back together for me. Hear that? Everyone's got a use. That's because the petty thugs are more than a gang, we're a family. Get ready, kid. This also shows how far we've grown. On the last stream, I ended up fighting all three, Johnny, Dee Dee, and Big Enormous at one time. Because I didn't fight Big Enormous separately. And then you fight Punch Tanaka on his own. There's no, like, rest break in between. Now, you get an option to remove one of the weaker ones, but you have to fight Punch Tanaka alongside them. But of course, your party size is also doubled, too. That's a big deal. I'm gonna work on taking Norm out first, Norman, because he is a party buffer, and I do not want that in the group at all. No thanks. I'm not gonna have Jimmy do some undulating, but I definitely do want to start poisoning people. I think I'm gonna poison Punch. I think we'll be fine. Ooh. 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 Party startle. And then a debuff on top. Good. I fucking made the right choice in the first fight. Group startle. Group startle? Fucking Casey. Quit adding enemies that do group startle. Fucking poisoning her. Gotta stop that shit, Casey. Dee Dee looks fucking tired. I bet so. Now you can eat this poison. Bitch. So unmotivated is, really reducing the stats here. And, Norman renewed that. Because he's a jerk. Okay. Use your God-given right to go nuts, Jimmy. I'm gonna have you eat this ant, and then I'm gonna have you startle that bitch Dee Dee, and just keep her, well, not keep her perpetually on lockdown, but for a while. Hopefully she doesn't do that chain startle again, because that's gonna... I mean, Mom's got priority. Fuck that. Mom's got priority. Mom wins. So Punch is going to be on, like, counter mode, and he might do some normal attacks, but whatever. Will you go first? It doesn't matter. Hyperactivity. Let's ensure that this happens. I wasn't paying attention. Startle Punch. Note that Starling does break the counter. It's very nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and get Buck free. Or is he still grass, so he's not going to be able to do any inputs for this turn? At least with Johnny Knives, you can steal his knives, and so then he's practically useless because he's Johnny No Knives. I'm digging this, though. And hey, we've broken free. Being horribly unmotivated. That's nice. 258 crit from Buck. Nice. Is Johnny Knives an actual threat? No. That struggle there was me trying to paint that in as nice of a way as I could. I can't, so no, he's not. This should finish off Big Norm. Yeah, I guess if you didn't take his fucking knives, or weren't able to take his knives, get out of here. That poison ticked off. It didn't do a whole hell of a lot. That's okay. Hope y'all still startled. Let's lower Dee Dee's agility. So we can do that. High five you, sunshine here. Even Sticky, she still goes before Buck? Maybe the Sticky didn't take into full effect there in that turn's input. We're gonna test that out again. There we go. The Sticky just didn't take full effect. Hey, don't hurt Mom. Punchinaka is just posing there, but he's like in a sort of like a counter stance thing, but which doesn't really matter for me. Because I'm not really trying to go after him. We'll deal with him last. Because any turn that he spends, you know, posing or, say, for example, going to counter for himself, like, it doesn't really hurt me. But we still will take the time to startle him. Not one of the hardest fights we've had yet. The extra action economy does help. We had a rough time with Queen Bee because I ran out of supplies, and then the bird fucking locked me down. No wiping yet. Now what's gonna be a killer is if we wipe Dee Dee, but Punchinaka transitions into a counter stance. Well, we're good. Punchinaka scratches his head, but somehow looks confident. He's not doing the mirror thing, so I don't think that he's going to do counter next turn. Let's slow him down. And let's just A little bit of guarding. Yep, made the right choice. I'm so smart. But that did... That damages the enemy, and that counts as a physical attack. Alright, good to know. Jimmy didn't go down, though. And we'll just easily restore him back up. You choose to pick on Jimmy, you jerk. Get startled, nerd. Grimith narrows his eyes. Your tricks will not work on me, Punchnaka. Too clever for you. And your whole damn family of petty thugs. Thinking about using some items, but nah, it's not necessary. Punchnaka scratches his head, but somehow looks more confident. Well... Jimmy will go first before Buck or Jonathan, but will not go first before Helga will. We can prevent that being a problem. Here we go. Jimmy did his best indeed. We found some marvelous coins. How marvelous. How could I lose again? I even chose this old rickety bridge because it was the coolest place to fight. Oops. It's okay, Mom. I have wings. Fork in the road? Ah, here we go. Here's your hint. You want to go back to Smile. You might want to do that now. Oh boy, sounds fun. Take a break. Don't want to be tired. Do we have to find Dad and Uncle Lars? Of course we do! They're family! I know. It's just... You're cool, Mom, and Jimmy's okay, I guess. But Dad and Uncle Lars... Hold on, I gotta deliver this dreadful pickup line here. Give me a moment. Damn, Daikami. Are you my new boss? 'Cause you just gave me a raise. They're nerds, Mom. And I want to punch them. Whatever. We're going back. Mind stopping by the house? I left something in my room. Help! Oh, Jimmy, it's that man who attacked us. Be a dear and help him out. It's the right thing to do. Nailed it. Thanks. When I was a kid, I was too cool for swimming lessons. Alright, kid, you've beat me twice now. I'm tired of working for that mud anyway, so I'm going to help you out. I'm not sure where the rest of your family is, but I can find out. Head to Mute Notes. There's a little club right next to the harbor. I'll send an informant once I figure out the locations. Your last couple of family members. Thanks so much. See, Jimmy, it always pays to be kind. Yeah, well, that dog ain't ordinary. Now that the petty thugs aren't doing his dirty work, he's probably gonna go on the hunt personally. Be careful, kid. And then we fade away. You can see now that the bridge is fully restored, so we can go back and visit all of our animal friends without taking the teleporter. Before we do that, let's head back to Blue Staff River. Because the bridge broke on us, as seen here. No need for that. And we can hop back down if we want to go here, but there's something here. Now, the feels might be coming, folks. Give me a moment to stretch my legs. I'm gonna stand up from my chair for a moment. Is Johnny Knives still stuck? No. Pretty sure not. Pretty sure he found the way. The word went out fast. The petty thugs are no longer working with that dog. That was some good action, though. Good fight. Okay. Oh, wait. I'm not able to handle sitting in my chair as well as I used to. My hard metal back chair with intense support that I can't possibly bend or break. With some nice cushion. Well, the problem is that as I've lost weight, I've got less cushion than I used to. So even with the normal cushion and my added cushion for my tailbone, it's still get uncomfy. Let's see some fighting. We've got Bag Spider, Tree Man, and Hypnopotamus. Tree Man has nothing to steal. Neither of these other two nerds. Let's punch him. I did not get my Moxie points restored. I should be fine. He said choosing to believe that was true, while secretly fearing that it was not. I could go back and do that now. Bag Spider tried to poison us, but Bag Spider chose Mom to poison, and Mom is immune to sickness. Bug is also immune to sickness because he's got the item. Jimmy and Jonathan are not. So they're slowly losing HP. Let's actually go ahead and leave here. We'll put the feels on pause temporarily. Hope the status effects disappear after every fight. Let's go ahead and get those Moxie points replenished. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. No big deal. Do 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 do. No. Busy. We'll walk across the unbreakable bridge. It got fixed. Hey! Jimmy feels like he can go wherever he wants. Well, what do you think? The unbreakable bridge is back to being unbreakable. All the day's work. What's going on down here? Hey, Mr. Cat. Bye, Mr. Cat. I don't want to visit my animal friends just yet, though. I want to take care of the place in Blue Staff River. Let's just go home. And... Perfect. Okay, let's do this again. Now, with more Moxie points. What you got for me? Same enemies? Same enemies. It's not very exciting. It's not anything new. I guess we'll face them. Sure, whatever. Not too worried about the sleep. Oh no! Ah, you hurt me, you monster! You fiend! Just battle track. We've got a caffeinated inhaler that makes you immune to sleep, I do believe. I do believe. It does. -5 defense to become immune to sleep for Jimmy? Sounds reasonable. I think what I want to do, though, is put that on Buck. I do end up using him as my primary attacker. I just don't want him hurt by status effects, because he's my primary offensive guy. Less so with that on. Now he's immune to sick and sleep. Mom's already immune to that shit, so that's not a problem. We have these adorable little metronomes. They have potentially $150 to steal. Sign me up! I love gold. It makes the world go round. Poor Jonathan got startled. We got that nerd's money. Aha! Tried to put Buck to sleep. I made the right choice. Stupid nerd. Oh. Ow. Come on, get that money. Ah, come on, man. Work with me here. Show me the money. There we go. We're rich! We got $115 for that fight. Hooray. Stopped mandatorily for the same shit we fought optionally already. Whatever. Be flower. That bag fighter is so fucking overkilled. think I'm gonna let the sick effects go. And we'll just take care of that stuff after the battle. He said, doubting his own words. Of course, Helga chose Jonathan first. And that's why I figured I'd wait, because this asshole tree was just... Ion Bucket, thank you for upsetting Bob Page. It was difficult for me to hear him over the sweet kickin' tunes, but he's there and he's pissed. Trust me. Need sunshine to the tree, that'll help beat it up, he said, laughing. Jonathan high-fives himself. There we go. We'll have Mom top off everyone's health there. Close enough to it. And keep wiggling forward. Alright, what you got for me? I don't feel like it. No, we've already fought this exact same combination. Multiple times. I think I've had my fill of it, thanks. I need to go around in order to get to that. What you got? Sure, we'll fight these. Let's get some tea. Nice little MP partial refill, but still something. That luck coin would be better on Jimmy for his stealing, but whatever. Didn't feel like changing the stuff that he's got. Alright, Jimmy, either you take this money or the gnome dies at the coins. One of the two. We've gotten our answer, everyone. Use our God-given right to be a burb. Love! And some roller skates. That's extra agility right there. Plus 10% agility. Hooray! That's gonna be slightly worse for us for the time being than this flat plus agility, but eventually that'll get better. Obviously, that's gonna be wonderful on Mom, but she doesn't really need it. I mean, what the hell, right? Put Mom on some roller skates. And then we can give Jimmy this extra luck. Lose out on some agility, oh well. I'd rather him keep the defense. Though that extra agility could end up making more of a difference. Yeah. What? Alright, we'll fight this. Yeah, because I want to steal their money. Their sweet, delicious loots and prizes. Not you. You. Poor Jonathan. Tried to put Mom to sleep. Joke's on you. You can't put Mom to sleep. Come on, Jimmy. Take the money. Oh no! They saved the money. How dare you startle Jimmy? Yeah! You them ducats. Them space bugs. I'll need level 40 in order to get Grift. So I can steal with any form. Nah, I'm good. Disembodied eyes. And then there's Balancing the Great Rings, which is the music track for this area. We load up on our jukebox in the clubhouse. What you got for me? I mean, they're asleep. So I put them asleep. Sure. Let's be Blob. Although I can't steal the tea now. Oh well. There we go. I'll go ahead and leave that out on screen for a little bit longer. So, in Jimmy's dream world and his imagination he's erected, this most likely is a memory shrine for his mom, and how he feels about her, with actual memories of his interactions with her being stored here. I never made mention of this in the first stream, but note that Jimmy's Petty Thug's jacket has a portrait of Jonathan Bear on the back, instead of the Petty Thug's skull. Seems appropriate to mention that now, since we do have Jonathan Bear in the party. Jimmy feels loved. Filled with confidence, the next encounter will give double imagination experience, and there's also some helping hands. Those are for Jonathan, I think? Yeah, they are. Who wants to fight when you can just hug it off? Attack is a 10% group heal. Jonathan only. You can't counter. So, really guts his stats across the board. But, instead of him actually attacking with the attack command, instead of a 10% group heal, I'm not too inclined to use it. I'm talking about during these streams, Tazarin. Yes, I brought it up during the series. Which is a different reality than where we are. I don't have much interest in these helping hands. We have plenty of healing power already in this party. But we have it. we also have over $2,000. And I'm gonna get double imagination experience, so let's go ahead and have this fight. I think this will be my final fight of this area, then I'll just emergency exit out. Also lowers his magic attack, but he is, you know, really like a support character with items and shit, so, I mean, I don't have any problem with anyone wanting to use it. I just don't much care for it. Let's get some tea. I doesn't combo that bag spider? Or a tree man? What's it you? Oh, that bag spider's fucked. Feed some sunshine to the tree. And it sickens us. Oh no! Ah! There we go. Done. Of course, the goon is the one who ends up getting that double imagination XP. Whatever. Emergency exit. I don't have to walk all the way back out. Save us some time. Hooray! Sure, we'll walk in here. Make some purchases of some items and put the rest of the money in the bank. Then we'll go see our animal friends. Sure, buy them all. That's an investment right there. The vitamins too? Nah. There we go. Until we meet again, Mr. Grouse. I think we'll just walk across the bridge. Not that one. Go visit our animal friends and smile. Like Mom suggested. Hey! Yes. Very special muffins, so we can deliver them to everyone. Yes. Okay, we're gonna talk with everyone in town. Start with Miss Mole. Hi, Miss Mole. There's a muffin for you. A special grub and earthworm muffin. Jimmy. The muffin's way too small. I really don't have to worry about watching my figure. Oh well. I'm hungrier now, though. Glad you liked it. Looking very svelte. Certain busy beaver's been noticing. Oh my. And Miss Robin in town, of course. Sunny gets her own muffin. It's a strawberry and blueberry muffin. And raspberry muffin. And actually there's 14 other berries in there. It's a berry muffin. Is it berry good? What else is there to do here in Smile? How does it taste? It's not bad, but my tongue is confused. Great! You can have a whole batch from your birthday. Great. Hi, Mom. Cordelia Rose Mouse. Why are you hanging around this Jimmy character? Whatever. Jimmy's a sweetheart. He's helping me out today. Basket carrier. Maybe you can have a treat. Come on, Mrs. Mouse. Come on, don't you want some apple cinnamon muffins? Well, you're gonna have to apologize to me first. Now, here's your apple cinnamon muffin anyway, without an apology to Jimmy. But no extra love. Tastes good, but a little extra love would really make the difference. Come on, Cordelia. Where's my apology? Damn it. I love you too, Jimmy. We already know that Mr. Cat's gone out. Let's go to the bank. Mr. Grouse isn't here any longer. But Beatrice is here. A muffin. Bran. My favorite. A little extra fiber. And then an extra for Mr. Grouse. Welcome to the chat room again. Good, I got reconnected to my chat room again. Thanks, Twitch. Mr. Grouse is so busy expanding his bank empire. He hasn't even called. You can have 2 muffins. Double bran. Extra reasonable. That's everyone. Good Unbreakable Bridge. Jimmy, you don't have to bank here. Sorry, I can't. I don't have any money. I've already put it all in the bank. So let's head for the bridge. Spending time with our animal friends. Calm down, Applejack. Here you go. Apparently we had to rotate this way. A muffin. You need some work done? And another 8 stories your mom's end if you need me to. Why are you giving me this tiny muffin? Because it's coffee flavored. This is the nice... I forgot about this line. Oh, shit. This is the nicest thing that's ever happened in the history of everything. I'm feeling really pumped now, I mean it. I've got to get back to Smile and work on some plans, big plans. You know, Jimmy, I still have a lot of muffins left. Made a birdseed one for Miss Robin. I even made a really fancy one for Mr. Marvelous. I accidentally dropped it in the pond, though, so it's kind of soggy. But I guess they've all left Smile. Everyone's leaving Smile. Who can blame them? There's not much to do or people to see. Do you know why I baked all these muffins? It wasn't just to be nice. It was because I'm bored. I just made it seem like I was nice so that people would like me more. Does that make me a bad person? Of course it doesn't. Thanks, Jimmy. I wish I could be the kind of person who did the right thing, just because it was the right thing to do, but that's not me at all. I want to be pretty and cute, so everyone will love me. And I hate Smile. It's so boring and stupid. Sometimes I think of Timothy and imagine what kind of exciting things he's seeing. Why can't I be brave like him? I'm so timid that I dragged you around with me just because I knew I'd have to come out here. This is my first time leaving Smile. Pretty lame, huh? Now I see how safe it is outside. Jimmy, I think I'm going to hang out here for a while. I just need to think about things. Don't worry. I'll be able to make it home before night. Oh, before I forget, I baked a banana nut muffin for Timothy. It's his favorite. Can you give it to him? You don't even have to say it's from me. Yeah, it's better if you don't. It's a tiny muffin. Where's my muffin? I don't live in Smile. You could have made me a muffin. It's nice to look out at the ocean and think about possibilities. Think Timothy feels this free on his journey? Where's my muffin? I guess I don't get a muffin. Chat, don't make me turn you off. Ramada Forest. Jimmy should be careful or he'll get a sunburn. Oh no! We don't have strong enough sunscreen! Ah! We can change the seasons here, everyone. It's 2 rivers. And depending on the season, well, that influences the enemies that we face and the terrain. For example, we have these metronomes that are summer-flavored. The trees, summer-colored as well. The stuff that we fought, like, in Mom's Little Memory area, that was all spring-flavored. We can steal this barbell. But we talked about how I'm not going to bother doing that stuff. Let's just go ahead and clean get away from these enemies. Is what a nerd would say. Let's dance. Fuck you, metronome. We'll outbully him for sure. Beat the hell out of this tree. Metronome really is a bully. I said, we're gonna get you now. Get him! Bash that nerd! Metronome started hopping around at a war dance, and then he died. You tried to poison Mom, you fool. You stupid bastard. Alright, you asked for it. Let's get them. No survivors. Oh, come on, Jonathan. That's your punishment, having to go to sleep. With this fountain here, we can just keep healing to our heart's content. Hooray! I'm good. What does it look like in the fall? That way's not open now. But this is sparkles and some fall colors. Tell me more about your fall colors. 5% chance to evade. Wowsies! A whole 5%. Put it on, Jimmy. And then winter, I don't think this is open for us at all. Yep. What? What? You nerds think you can just talk to me? You want to have a go? Eat sunlight. Stupid tree. We can make it spring down here, and that doesn't do much of anything for me, you might say. But flowers open down here. Look, man. Okay. Good work, Mom. Nice crit. Anything in the flowers? It's a toy box. We have to approach it from the correct angle. It's a speaker cabinet. What? These little adorable metronomes with the money. Yes. Give it to me. Give me the power, I beg of you. Startling, Jimmy. You monster. My money! My profits! Buck does not care about your heel. You are but a child to Buck. A paltry, puny weakling. Entirely irrelevant. Bury me with my money. Ooh, double startle on Helga. The person who acted first. Smooth. Just wanted to make sure I stole that, and I did. Damn it. Ah! We give it one more try. Hooray! We're gonna have all the finances. Could be beautiful. Let's swap back to summer. Because there's someone I ignored off to my left. Let's visit. Hey. Seems like the creature follows me wherever I go now. It's codependent but mostly unable. It's now Cubbins for ease of reference. A deal. A summer sale. Would you like to have... ball? Bounce factor of 27. Incredible. Sure. We will take ball. These prices as well. What an opportunity. What a chance. Our deal is complete. Thank you. I like summer sales. What? No. 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 I'm done with you losers. That's right, kids. Ah, yes. Yes, 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 that. Hold that thought. And that cave. And that cave. What? Fine. I'll kick the shit out of you. Stupid nerds. Trying to put Mom to sleep. Suck. Been going for about 2.5 hours now. Don't know how much longer I'll be going today. Walk around and fall now. Note that we can still come down here. And the gnomes are different. And the tree is sick. We can steal the tree's health. Do it. Try to feed the tree some sunshine, maybe fix it. Hey, I'm back. It's now a fall sale. We can buy Roman candles, stun, magical damage. These are really nice. I really dig these. We're gonna buy 2 of them. We might come back and get more. Depends on how much time I spend milling about these parts. I'm good, thanks. We can't go down that way. We can't go down that way. So there's your answer to that. In wintertime, you can't come down anyway. We're stuck here forever. And ever. That. In the spring, we can come down here and get a spring sale. Which is a cherry bomb, 300% magical damage. We'll buy one. Deal is complete. Covenants? That's a good boy. I'm sure the dialogue changes depending on the season. Influences what he's laughing at, but whatever. Just figured I'd cruise around a little bit more. Let's go get a health up. And make some progress. On a nature trail 2 years ago, Jimmy's father told him what to do in case he ran into a bear. But looking at the strange, enormous bear in front of him, Jimmy couldn't remember what he said at all. It's Grumble Bear! And it's springtime! Grumble Bear is ready for action. I'm gonna use my God-given right to go nuts. Look at them bear HPs. Group damage. However, this boss suffers in the lack of action economy without any add-ons. I say boss. It's not a boss. It's a bear. A real bear. Owie. I don't need to do that. Grumble Bear looks tired. Grumble Bear's about to get squawked on. Do it anyway. 242. Hooray! Oh no, unguarded! We'll take more damage now. My one weakness, damage. Not again, now we're unmotivated, so now we deal less damage. That's my other weakness. My other one weakness. You fiend! Mom, the bear's being mean. We don't need to use that, let's use it anyway. It renewed the effect. Hooray. Almost done with Grumble Bear. I said, almost done with Grumble Bear. Mom should be able to finish that.
Jimmy imagines himself asleep in bed. He doesn't need any blankets because he's covered in thick brown fur. Also, his bed looks a lot like a cave floor. He's having a pleasant dream. In it, he is splashing in his favorite brook. He opens his jaws and a delicious salmon jumps inside. It wiggles in his mouth, and then he chomps down. Yum. The next salmon is swimming straight towards him. It leaps out of the water. The trajectory is perfect. Before it makes it into his mouth, Jimmy wakes up. He growls and looks around with blurry eyes. His parents are standing over him. They're wearing funny hiking clothes and poking him. Jimmy's muscles ache. His breath smells terrible. He's cold and tired. His parents' smiling faces really piss him off. Jimmy swipes at them with his claws and they skitter backwards. Their eyes are darting around. They're breathing heavily, their backs against the wall. Jimmy's really going nuts now. He's kicking rocks around. He's yelling at the top of his lungs. He's clawing the walls and causing a general ruckus. When Jimmy calms down, he surveys his cave. His parents have long since ran away. He feels tired, a little alone. He curls onto the ground and tries to find his dream.
My dream is air conditioner. Jimmy can now turn into a Grumble Bear. As a Grumble Bear, Jimmy can slam into the ground with an extreme force. This sends out shockwaves that ping back and let you know the number of unopened toy boxes in the area. This is something I tracked in my notes to see, constantly, like, how many toy boxes I had in an area. So I can keep coming back and checking. It's a really nice ability. He looks a bit smaller than a normal Grumble Bear, but I'm sure he's just as strong. We have 6 unopened toy boxes in this area. Show off the skills here. We have Afternoon Nap, Full Heal, Induces Sleep, Rampage, 500% physical damage, Self-Inflict Stun. This is a very nice ability, particularly when you can stack other modifiers on this, like putting the enemy to sleep before you do this. Fierce Growl, 100% physical damage to all enemies, and Head-On Collision, 300% physical damage, but takes 10% of your health. Grumble Bear provides attack, area level, unsurprising, and has reduced magic attack, magic defense, and agility. Looking at your passive skills, which I haven't bothered to look at all, we haven't unlocked any. just yet. Unfortunately, the low-level goon has a requirement level of 25. But there's some other nice ones here that we could work towards unlocking if I were sufficiently motivated, which, you know. Like, say, for example, this happy little sunflower. Plus 50% more XP and imagination. You just gotta get the sunflower all the way up to level 40. Which, you know, it's a lot of investment. Flightyford plus 50% agility is pretty nice. Juggernaut here. Always attacks in battle. Sharp Claws for plus 50% attack. Immune to sick and plus 50% defense. Enemies give twice the money. Woohoo! Anywho. I don't like the sunflower form enough to have it constantly on. You know, Helga takes care of a lot of that stuff. In the party right now. Flip back to low-level goon. Just make some a bit more progress here. Because I want to change the season. He said, but first I'll just walk out of here. That way we count as having cleared that area. We'll leave mute notes for now. Let's go in this way. I could grab a heal, but I can always just backtrack and grab that. It's no big deal. We can also just forward track around here and ignore some fighting. Like that toy box, it's filled with sparkles and a summery dress. Helga only. Gives her extra attack, extra magic defense, and reduced defense, and that's because of the crab shell. We're going to take that off of her. And I think we're going to give that to Buck now. 58 defense. Good. Okay. Let's flip to fall and walk back. This is going to prohibit me from accessing the fountain. But we can access some of the stuff down here. Like this. Which I can't do anything with. Yet. We also have this. Right. Thought I needed a different form's ability. Feel like I made that mistake before. The last run. You're correct. You are correct. Grimith narrows his eyes. Hooray! Chat reconnecting hype. Yeah, it sounds about right. I think the boards I just connected with something else. But, you know, eventually got around to fixing that problem, or that thought process. So I'm going to explore the rest of this stuff up here. I don't need that full heal. Oh, we'll get it. And we'll wait on switching the winter and coming back here until after I'm done with the rest of Fermata Forest. Hell, we might even wait until next session before I take care of the other business here. Alright. Fall. It's all on the way here. Not sleepy. Just, like, I'm not worn out. I'm gonna be awake for a long while after this. More like I'm done sitting and playing video games. A winter coat? Extra wool, extra protection. We'll go ahead and put it on Jonathan. Seems fitting enough. Nah, it's not even 10 yet, and I woke up late. I'm pretty well rested and alert. Note some of these special snowmen around, like the Helga snowman here. It's really adorable. Spring-loaded jacket, huh? Yeah, it makes you a bit quicker. And gives, well, the magic defense is because of what Jimmy's wearing there. I'm gonna go ahead and put the spring-loaded jacket on Jimmy, make him faster. I don't think I'm gonna put the fall colors back on anyone. I think I'm gonna leave that off. 5% chance to evade is... So it should be just the 3 toy boxes now? That's correct. Okay. I could emergency exit out of this to make this a bit quicker. But this is okay. Let's have some fighting. Suppose I haven't really done any fighting in winter, haven't shown off the winter towns. Oh well. We can do that now. Wake up, nerds. Wintertime. Fight me! Fight me! So we have our little winter gnome. We've got a bag spider cocoon. And a silly-looking tree man there. Let's switch to our goon form. Nothing on the gnome. Nothing on the spider cocoon. And nothing on the tree man. Good times. Ah! It's a lie! It's not what I meant to press. Well, so much for the XP and dollars from that. It happens. Our little buddy Hypnopotamus is asleep. Wake up! That's what it was. I was role-playing there. Yeah. You see that weak point, everyone? See how awesome I am? That's quality gameplay right there. Alright, give me another fight or two. Yeah, you got enough juice. Here we go. This time will be different. He said, choosing to believe that was true. Get out of there. Ah! There's 3 of them! Oh my goodness! What bounty! There's 3 spiders! Jimmy! 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 What a wealth of glut. Well, I mean, they have different amounts of stuff. Or sometimes no stuff at all. Big. Sometimes they don't even have money. Usually they don't even have money. It's the spring ones who have it. The summer ones have like a gym set. Alright. Well, that was fun. Let's go to mute notes for now. Really dig this place. Hey, Mr. Grouse. Jimmy can smell the stale remnants of cigarette smoke. Hmm? Oh, hi, Jimmy. I was a bit distracted with work. How do you like my office? I like to keep a few mementos that remind me of home. Feels like it's been a long time since I last smiled, but I guess things have just been moving quickly as of late. The Gato branch, big success. The town was quite rich. My bank is growing. Poor people here. Still make money off the poor, but I had to be honest. I don't quite like them as much. They're always wanting things. If you want it, take it. I worked hard to get where I am. I gotta work now. Bank in every city. Good seeing you, Jimmy. Alright. What do you want, kid? Let's go ahead and withdraw our money from the bank. All of it. 3,007 smackers. We're gonna avoid that area. We're gonna come here to Miss Robin. I would like to do some purchasing, please. I definitely want a manual. What one you got here, huh? I guess we'll buy 2 of them, then. Not 7 of them, 2. I think I'm going to take the bee stinger off of Buck. I'll keep the bee stinger, but I think I'm going to take it off of him. So I have a couple of other ways of startling. And the bee stinger can end up firing and startling someone that I don't want to startle yet. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave the others with their... No, I'll get, Perpetual Nighttime, as it goes. So we'll buy this, we'll buy this, we'll buy this. Cat claws. Pinstripe suits? No. And vitamins, whatever. There we go, we blew most of the money on coke and hookers. As is my birthright, damn it. That's right, Jimmy. We're the knuckle duster. Put a black spiral manual on you. And you get one as well. That lowers your magic attack. I primarily have you magic attacking. I bought it, but maybe I won't equip it on you after all. Put on this aluminum foil, bud. Okay. I think the special deals are still on. What would I buy? Probably more Roman candles. I really like those. More so than anything else. I really like that Roman candle option, particularly when combined with Helga and how fast I have her right now. Let's do that. Let's take my money, head back here. Sure. We're already in spring by default, that's okay. Gotta be a little bit of backtracking here. Humor me. Hey. It's summer. Spring. I said spring, Grimith. Don't be obtuse. Okay. It's fall. Good work, Grimith. I'm proud of you. I like the part where you're pissing yourself off right now. Alright. Spend all the money out. We got $2 left. I want those. It's gonna be a nice option for me to have on Helga. Alright. Now we're gonna backtrack through the Grumblebear Cave, we're gonna make it winter, and then we're gonna come back here. We're gonna try to finish off what's beyond that, and it'll probably be where we end the broadcast. After all, we had to get the final 3 toy boxes in this area. That shadow is now a crack. And that crack will now be exposed to Grumblebear. I could have just walked across the water to go get that winter sail from... Whatever, doesn't matter. We're here now. We're with this fight. We got a sleeping demon. Starts off asleep. I don't think it has anything to steal, but... because my memory has clearly failed me. Nope, nothing to steal. We're obviously gonna have... Buck slap the shit out of it? Might be overkill. Thinking about resources right now. Didn't quite deal as much damage to the tree man as I thought I would, and now the demon's up. So now I have to live with this life that I've made for myself. Well. I've always tried to startle a demon. When I say try, I mean actually succeeded. But I figured that. We'll throw the weakness on the tree man. Call it a day. New skill. Yep, we can high-five now across the board on everyone. We don't really need clean getaway on everyone. That heal there is neat, despite all the other healers I have in the party, he said, shaking his head, knowing full well what he said was intergalactically stupid. I do like hyper-interactivity there. Like, the prospect of speeding up someone's a bit to do a thing. It's pretty nice. What? Ah. We have Sleepwalker. We have an Ice Flower. We have a Metronome. So, the Sleepwalker, memory serves, isn't that big of a deal unless one of your characters is put to sleep. And that's when shit gets real. So we don't want that to happen. We don't want any real shit happening here. Not on my watch. Huge gulp of air. We're not gonna take that shit. Jonathan now level 13. We get some flowers and level. Flowers and level? Yes. Some levels and flower. What do you mean me just zagging up at a top left corner continuously isn't finding the way forward? I don't understand. I'm confused. You mean this isn't how it's supposed to be? Nice weak point crit there, Jimmy. Alright, let's go this way. There we go. Jimmy's just gonna have an ellipsis for us. He's not feeling too good right here. Forget whether I can shake the meat. I wanted to shake the meat game. No. We're shaking the fucking meat. Fuck you. Damn it. Pretty sure I tried and failed to do that in the last playthrough. Alas. Just wanted to shake some damn meat. Is that too much to ask? Haven't you ever wanted to shake some meat before? Tolerant game. Oh, come on. Whatever. Okay. Is that what I'm missing? Jimmy's now level 14. Hooray. Getting them hit points and moxie points. Hey, friend. I saw a demon. That is all. You can go back outside now. Throw down a black spiral on it. It's not dead. What the? We showed it the forces of darkness and everything. Hi. Oh my goodness, a green exclamation mark. Okay. Jimmy, it's bird time. God-given right to go nuts. Guys didn't do a lot of damage there, and I'm deeply disheartened by this. Buck cleaned up, though. Good work, Buck. Metal statue. Hey. Welcome, poor dreamer. You have stumbled into a Beazel's domain. Dreamer, poor dreamer like the rest of us, you've slipped into a dream within a dream. Soon it will be no more. Okay. Become flower again. Print support, please. You know what you were doing. Behold, clock. Don't you side with clocks. That's the door to progress. Let's fuck around with the rest of this shit. Time is on our side. And I'm pretty sure me trying to go up at this point is, yeah, waste of time. Alright, let's wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. What? Alright, let's do this. I deal with that winter metronome first, because I don't want to be put to sleep. I don't want to be put to sleep because of the sleepwalker. I'm pretty sure that makes sense. But in case it doesn't, I don't know what to tell you. I intended to have Helga attack the tree, but then I had Helga heal herself, so then no one attacked the tree and cleaned that up. Good work, May. Hey. The Beazle never sleeps. If a Beazle sleeps, he dreams of the end of the world. That's good. Oh, I'm out of sunshine juice. It's okay, it's only imaginary money. Jimmy, like all other RPGs, has no concept of how an actual economy works. Give me a moment. I'm gonna stand up and turn on some light in my room. Gives me an opportunity to stretch my legs. Grab this other water bottle. Hooray! I don't know what you're talking about, Applejack. Are you accusing Jimmy's mom of being a bad spender? That's my way of telling you not to actually answer that fucking question. But I thought I would color that in. There's the door of progress. Pretty sure this other room's gonna be empty. I mean, empty. Depends on how you feel about empty. Hold on. Gotta look at something here. It's my guide called How to Win a Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass. Now you might be like, Grimith, you've played this game before, surely you don't need a guide. I'd say to you, It's okay. I'll just pay to win. What's up? Abizel is the Emperor of Dreams. His castle sits on the nexus of all dreams. How many centuries have we been trapped? Time melts into a foggy, endless dream here. Well, that's... good? He said questioningly. Shouldn't need a stun here. Look at that. We did need a stun there. Can't really say that was worth the Moxie points I spent, but I spent them. Everyone's out of Moxie except for Mom. That's okay. We got the tools required to restore that as needed. Whee! Think I'm gonna go through the central door now? The clock? The time? Pretty sure it's not one of those. You're not really worth it. Nope, it's here. The chain door. What? Well... you know what, fine. Beat the shit out of the tree! Even with the power of teamwork, we could not defeat Tree. It's deeply troubling. Alright everyone, just pile on that, except for you. And we're gonna startle the demon. Made great use out of that double damage, yes, huh? Ah! Jimmy, you better be faster than that damn demon. As I knew you were. Just had to put the fear of God into Jimbo, though, just in case he wasn't fucking scared enough. Can't interact with those, right? No. It's a different place. Hey. This world is unraveling. I can feel the seams beginning to warp. Soon Abizel will sleep, and once he does, it will be the end of us all. Okay? Well, that seems good. This is fine, right? Right? Really, team? We couldn't pull that one together, huh? Really, guys? Shaking my head. I know they tried their best. Fuck you. Thinking about how I want to handle items, particularly Jonathan. Because Jonathan doubles the effects of items upon his usage. I.e., you know, out of combat too. Which is pretty nice. But in combat, he has to be the one using them on people. I don't think we're at a Beazle yet. He said, yeah, I think we have a little bit more to go. Yeah. And I might do a bit more fighting before we get there. Hey. Welcome, poor dreamer. Uh-oh. Oh no! It's a loop! Ah! The clock! Ah! What? I'm busy here! Fine. Be like that. I'm gonna give you all another chance not to disappoint me. We'll throw down a bully this time. Now he fucking coils up into a counter stance. Alright, let's leave. Let's do the loop again. I managed to escape the question, not the question mark, the exclamation mark, through the power of me. It's still 3 o'clock. What? No. Oh, right. I had to be a goon. I took that off. Fine, you know what? We could do a normal escape. One more door over here. What? This again. And now we try the center. Do the loop. Ah! The time! It's going backwards! Oh my god! Sure, let's be Bird. I will be Burb. Sleeping gas? You fool. This damn constant chat refreshing. Alright, let's go. Okay, let's not go. Let's do this again. Nice work, Mom. There we go. There we go. Three people injured. Throw down some items here. Okay, I currently have the caffeinated inhaler on Buck. Do I want to move that to Jonathan? I could also put it on Jimmy. I think I will put it on Jonathan, though. Get some jacks for some extra attack. Jonathan, you're not allowed to go to sleep. Remember this. Could have switched off a bird form, but that's fine. Oh, has a dreamer wandered this far? Didn't even save either. How peculiar. It's already unusual for a dreamer to slip into my realm, but to make it this far, you're dreaming deep indeed, open dreamer. You've come so far, but I must turn you away. I've grown so tired. Been awake for forever, really. I'm so tired. You remember what it is to be tired? You fathom how tired eternity makes you? I had to sleep soon. And when I do, it's the end of everything, including this horizontally striped shirt. You would stop me? How? How? You want to live? Fool. Not sure whether I'm faster than him or not, as Jimmy. We're gonna use our God-given right to go nuts. Just to squawk at him for a turn. We're gonna throw out the big guns. Oh, 32 damage, big gun. Hell yeah. Mom isn't for attacking. We'll test this now, whether Jimmy's actually faster before I throw down the flim. I don't care about Crush so much. I like the ideas of just using, like, I guess in combos, but I think I want to... Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Jimmy is faster. Now more people can be faster. He tried to put Jonathan to sleep, but he will not hear it at all. And we are losing Moxie, as we are lethargic. It'd be good to poison him. I won't be able to startle chain him, though. He's got a lot of hit points. But let's... If need be, I can always do like a startle through Mom. I have that power. Let's just do this. Win that action economy. Okay, Blob. Exercise your God-given right to vomit. Okay, 27 damage off the poison. Nice. I think there's no real value in you undulating. I want you to just take the normal attacks for the time being, he said hesitantly. Yeah, do that. You, I want you to hive Comforting Smile everyone, and you, I want you to Choco Cola. Helga. Chanting in a strange language? That's probably fine. I should probably have everyone guard. I forget exactly what terrible hell that is. It could be the move, but I can't remember. But chanting in a terrible language is pretty bad news, so it'd be irresponsible of me to not try to do something about that. Like, protect myself. Case in point. It's almost like Grimith has played fucking video games before. Of course, I could have also thrown out a startle there, prevent taking damage from that blizzard at all. I could have done that through a Roman candle. Okay, good. Jonathan's attack fired after a Beazle, so he immediately woke a Beazle up. And, now we go into here and throw a Roman candle at a Beazle, and Jonathan, wake everyone the fuck up. Wake up, friends! It's morning time! Let's lose Buck. I want you to Choco Cola yourself, Jonathan. Those other two can operate without that. We've lost Puck. He's exercised his God-given right to go nuts. Keep Jimmy in bird form. Mom, Comforting Smile everyone. And you ants on a log, Mom, on top of that. Curse Scythe, Withering. Yuck. I forget if I can cure that using... I don't think that counts as a common status effect, he said, hesitantly. Try. It is not. I know what the common status effects are, but I figured, you know, what the hell. Anyway, as Withering, Jonathan just took a lot more damage, which is not great. Running out of juice. Startle a Beazle. course, that means I don't have a startle in my back pocket now, because he's going to be on alert for a long time. Go ahead and throw down another Choco Cola on Helga. I actually wanted to be on Jonathan. Wake up, friends! Just in case he can do that again. Grimith nods emphatically. Grimith nods emphatically. We woke a Beazle up, and then Jonathan woke up our friends. No harm, no foul. We're about done with this jerk. This is a pretty damn good fight. If you don't pay attention to those earlier NPCs you encounter, or you know, you don't get the clues, maybe you forget, that, you know, seems like a wipe. It's a wipe. But we don't have to deal with that. We will defeat a Beazle, so that he cannot fall asleep. We'll bring peace to this realm. We'll get prizes. Dreamer, dreamer, selfish dreamer. Dream your selfish dreams a little longer. Sleep. It's inevitable. We got Master Criminal. Yes. Come here, Mom. Mom, the Master Criminal. I steal rate once per battle. We got Immunize. Forget what that does. It's a book. I think it's a Jonathan-only book. Yeah. Teaches Immunize. Jonathan only. Protects against common status effects for 3 turns. And it's a guitar. Alright. Beazle has been slain. Pretty good. Had some good use of items there. We definitely had some more stuff, though. Some alarm clocks. Samantha log, Choco Cola. It's not the closest we've had compared to the bird fight earlier today and then the Queen Bee fight at the end of last stream. But, I mean, if you don't know his gimmick... I would, in fact, like to return to a safe place. Thanks. Walk back to the clubhouse. I should probably buy some more stuff as well. I could change my furniture if I cared enough to, and maybe I will. Just go ahead and make them purchases. We can do it here. No big deal. There's one other thing I will do, because I've just remembered it. So what the hell? We'll do that one other thing. Deposit our money here. All of it. Time stuck that switch in place. Well, time cannot defeat my fat ass. We have frozen the fucking city of Legato. Bam. That's how powerful my ass is. Now it's the other music track for this place. We weren't able to go through there earlier. There were eyes that were blocking the path. Eight more toy chests. Yes. We will now unfreeze time. Okay. Seems like a good place for us to end our adventures. Trouble Bear has no levels. Holding Blob's level 7. Goon is up to 15. Well, Sunflower got some love there in the previous optional dungeon. Our Burb is also level 9. We've also got Natural Alarm at level 10. I haven't bothered using these other slots. Just the starred ones, but we can definitely stuff more abilities in these areas too. We got Mute Notes coming up next time. Mute Notes is a wonderful area. I really dig the music there, the vibe of the place. It's really great fun. It's a pity to leave off without really doing it, but consider that a cliffhanger for whatever time it is that I play Jimmy. I can't exactly swear to what time that will be. Probably next week. Who knows? Plenty more left in Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass. Between sessions, I might fuck with furniture. I'll also edit the file to add some of the monster furniture from, say, the Summer Dome. Because, as I noted at the start of the stream, I don't want to grind for that on stream by constantly trying to steal from that. I'd like to show that stuff off without fishing for it. I think that'd be a waste of everyone's live time. Go ahead and save in this slot. Got a good amount of gameplay in. Yeah, 3.5 hours. Good times, great fun. Still plenty of more content left in Jimmy the Pulsating Mass. We haven't found Lars yet, we haven't found Andrew yet. That's Jimmy's dad. Plenty more to go. It was a treat, to be sure.